Channel 115.
All right, now the media mob keeps finding more and more ways to destroy their credibility, like actually offering, well, flattering praise of the terror leader al-Baghdadi. Doesn't get any sicker than that. Not only did the Washington Post call him an austere religious scholar who dies at 48, now they have a columnist who is under fire for actually challenging President Trump's assertion that al-Baghdadi died a coward. Then it gets worse because even prominent Democrats are so consumed with anti-Trump rage and psychosis that they're actually hitting the president for his tone after bringing the world's most wanted terrorist to justice. Can't make this up, so I got to show you. Here's the evidence.
Donald Trump, that press conference was extraordinary. You would have think that he was talking about watching and giving commentary on a video game. He clearly does not fully appreciate the importance of the job.
I hope he will tone down the rhetoric. There's no reason to gloat over it and insult Baghdadi and let that video be a recruiting tool for ISIS or al-Qaeda.
Yeah, we don't want to make them mad. What they're forgetting is Trump kicked the living crap out of him because he did what Obama and Biden wouldn't do, and he took the rules of engagement and threw them out the window, and he bombed the living hell out of ISIS and defeated the caliphate in Syria. Biden and Obama didn't do that. With reaction, the author of the new book, Exonerated, Fox News contributor Dan Bongino, along with Fox News correspondent at large, Geraldo Rivera. You know, Geraldo, you said a while back, and it's kind of funny, our history. You were in 1998 on some other channel hosting your own show against my show.
You think?
And
right.
You were against impeachment then. You're against impeachment now. I don't think it's ever been this bad, though. You give me your perspective.
Well, I lived through Nixon also. So Nixon, Clinton, and now the president, President Trump. I think that President Trump, this is a total railroad job. I mean, if you were to vote right now among the American people, whether they think this lame phone call to the Ukrainian president is an impeachable offense as envisioned by the framers of the United States Constitution, they would say absolutely not. This is a waste of the country's time. There are a dozen bills, crucial bills, funding the government that will lie idle as we pursue this futile exercise. The House is clearly a stacked deck. The Senate will acquit the president as soon as they get it in their chamber. This is appalling, and I really have to say that I am deeply disappointed in the mainstream media for the equivocal nature of their reaction to the death of this mass murdering dog, this person who cut people's heads off, who conquered a swath of land, created a nation, robbed tens of millions of dollars, killed thousands and thousands of people, almost wiped out the Yazidis, an ethnic group. I mean, this was a gigantic achievement by American Special Forces, our operators. We should be celebrating it the way we celebrated the death of Osama bin Laden. Instead, we're petty, picking, style points about the president. I think it's really lamentable, Sean.
You know, Dan, I think the president, by looking into election interference, which for 3 years Democrats said foreign election interference is bad, and the president asking to get to the bottom of it, he was exercising his constitutional oath. I think to get to the bottom of Joe Biden's quid pro quo with taxpayer money and Hunter Biden's millions of dollars for knowing nothing.
Yep.
I want to get to the bottom of that, too. And the president was right to get to the bottom of that, to even ask. That's corruption.
You're darn right he was. No, you're absolutely right. You know, if you're a Democrat, how do you look at yourself in the mirror? And if you're one of the media bootlickers with your lips surgically attached to the ass of the Democrat Party, I mean, how do you get up in the morning and look at yourself? Sean, you just pointed out one. I'll just give you one major. You're all hypocrites, you Democrats. I'm not talking about voting Democrats in the country. I'm talking about the Hill swamp rat Democrats. I'm sure there's good people out there who genuinely care. But the Hill is infested with TDS level 6 Trump derangement syndrome. You know, you told us for 2 years that foreign collusion in an election mattered. Yet we know for a fact, you know, facts, liberals, those things you have a really hard time with, that the Ukrainians colluded with the Democrats to try to damage Trump in the election. You don't give a damn about that. You know, we heard today, by the way, that a decorated military officer who claims to have some information that you can't scrutinize him, Sean. You can't, and thank him for his service. He deserves it. But having said that, it's funny how Mike Flynn, not only can we scrutinize Mike Flynn, we should crap on Mike Flynn at every single opportunity if you're a liberal. That's okay. You liberals are frauds. America's tired of you. I'm tired of you. Hey, Sean, one more thing just to hit on Geraldo's point too. And just in the last few years, we've had the Democrats, now I had to make a list, defend MS-13, infanticide. We had Bill Maher calling for recessions, and now they're defending a rapist, murderous, pig, dog, cockroach who are special forces, and our dogs were braver than this guy, and they're defending him. Good job, media, alienating the entire country, you imbeciles.
The one point where I disagree, though, is I think that Colonel Vindman, by earning the Purple Heart and serving his country honorably, deserves a pass. I hated what they did to General Flynn. I've communicated that to General Flynn. Let me finish, Dan. BS. I've got to finish.
Nobody gets a pass.
This man served our nation. He risked his life for us.
Nobody gets a pass.
You got to give him a pass.
No, you don't get a pass, Geraldo. That's total crap. The truth matters. Mike Flynn didn't get a pass. Mike Flynn could go to jail.
You can't suggest he's not telling the truth. It's not your truth.
Garbage.
It may not be your truth. It may not be your truth, but he's a patriot.
Thank you
he's
for
got to be treated differently than the slugs and the bureaucrats.
That is garbage. No, you are wrong. Take that back. You are wrong. That is garbage.
Question.
Nobody gets a pass on the truth.
Yes or no
Purple
answer.
Heart,
Does
IED,
last question. Does this help? Does this, in the end, help Trump? Yes or no, Geraldo?
I think that the American people will look at this in retrospect and say, oh, my God, what they did to this person. I think, yes, it helps President Trump, ultimately.
Yes or no?
It absolutely helps President Trump. America's tired of this garbage.
I agreed. All right. Thank you all. Nice fiery debate. All right. When we come back, federal judge reopens the Covington High School student's defamation case against the Washington Post. Good. Trace Gallagher has the details straight ahead.